So this video is going to, I hate when my camera cuts out. So I'm on this website called carmenhealthcare.com, and it's for wheelchair users, I guess. And what it says is these are some daily problems that wheelchair users will include, and then they list 10. Now this is just all in my opinion. I'm going to be answering all these things to see if they're really true in my own case or if they're completely bogus because I feel extra petty today. Number uno. Dirty hands as a result of pushing themselves in a manual wheelchair. I call bogus because in my wheelchair, I don't touch the tire because that's gross. And the majority of wheelchairs nowadays have these things called metal, you know what they're rims, kind of, ish. For example, I never touch this. I touch this. And you know why? Because this doesn't get dirty. It can't. It doesn't touch anything. Check yourself, Carmen. Number two, mirrors are not usually at our height. Again, it all depends on where you are. I have never been to like a public restroom, like at a place where I couldn't see in the mirror, like ever. The only places I would not be able to see into many mirrors is if I'm at someone's house. There's never been a public place that I've been to where I can't see myself. Public transits aren't usually set up for disabled people. I don't live in the city. I have my own car that has a ramp. But I've been on buses before and all of them have been, surprisingly, wheelchair accessible. I have not been on a train or a subway, nor would I need to because, again, I don't live in the city. So I couldn't say yes or no if this is 100% true that public transits aren't going to be wheelchair accessible, but the few occasions I've had to use public transportation, they've always been accessible for me. And they've been very efficient and very quick to get me in the bus and get me where I need to go without delaying anyone's time. Dealing with people who abuse wheelchair parking spaces, I agree. I agree so much. I was at school, right? And it's snowing where I live. It's gonna snow for like 2 years before I see summer again. And someone's in the handicap parking space. They don't have any identification that they would need it. They have no handicap stickers on their license plates or hanging from their rearview mirror. Nowhere. They're just parked there. And when I go to class, Ruth came back and told me it was just a family and they were like visiting like their 7th grader or something. Their kid's fine. It was like for one of those like eat lunch with your parents stupid things or whatever. I have made other videos me ranting about this subject, so I'm just gonna move on. Another thing is they are saying like if there's stuff on the ground, it's hard for us to maneuver. It's really not. I treat my wheelchair like it's my own personal car, and if you drop something and I didn't see it fall, I will run it over. I've done it. My wheels like steamroll it. And if we're talking about like grassy areas or some gravel or rocky areas, it really just depends on how rough the terrain is, because if it's a plain field, I can push myself just fine. Some gravel I can actually push myself through okay. That's how I used to work out when I was a kid. I would go up and down my old gravel driveway and there was a lot of gravel. It would help you learn how to keep pace and balance without getting caught up in the rocks and getting stuck. You just kind of learn that over time. I'm on Google and it literally said that people have also asked how to approach people in wheelchairs like we're aliens. Are you all stupid? Wait, hold on. There's so many options. Step 1, ignore the wheelchair. I feel like I should be doing the guy from like the National Geographic. As we see here, we ignore the wheelchair as we approach the disabled person. We be friendly. We greet them, introduce yourself, and shake their hand. Treat them as you would anyone else. Talk to them as you would anyone else. Speak directly to the user and sit at their eye level if possible. I don't like the last one. I hate it when people kneel down to my level like I'm some sort of child. Stand up, man up, or woman up and just talk to me. If you have a friend that's like 5 foot or let's say 5 foot, because if I stood up, I'm 5 foot. I'm really, really short. Say I'm 5 foot. See, even Mila's getting pressed. And like my friend Mita, she's a giant. She's like 5'11" or something. You know what she doesn't do? She doesn't treat me like I'm 5. I don't like it when people bend down to talk to me. I don't like it when people kneel next to my wheelchair. Don't do that. This is unbelievable. Read on for some of the 10 best dates for dating someone in a wheelchair. Art galleries. Visit the art gallery. Visiting the art gallery can be an equal opportunity. Don't take me to an art gallery. A nature trail. Sporting events. If you ever take me to a sporting event, that's the last time we're going on a date. A smarty person lecture. What if the person in the wheelchair sucked at school? They flunked every class, but not because they have something wrong with them up here, just because they didn't care to learn. Bowling. I don't like bowling. Don't take me bowling. I hate bowling. Casino outing. I hate gambling. Don't take me there. A winery tour. How about we just pick what we want to do, or better yet, just stay home. This one's making me mad. It says 5 ways to help students that are disabled. Break down the instructions into a smaller, manageable task. Now, I'm pretty sure if I read this and told my AP English teacher to do that, she'd hit me. And I would thank her because I was being an idiot. Because I valued learning and I wanted to be treated like a human being. I kid you not, this one kid at my school, he graduated like 3 years ago, treated me like there was something wrong with me. He would bend down to look at me and he spoke to me like you would speak to like your 4-year-old niece. This one says our cars are always filthy. But then, see, my car, I don't have to put it in the trunk. I stay in my chair all the time. And when I start driving soon, which is gonna be in a few months, it's gonna sit next to me because we took out the passenger seat. Now my car is just a mess because my mom and I are slobs. This one says being constantly nervous that our wheelchair is gonna tip over. If you're so worried about it tipping, get the sissy bars on the back. That's why I never took mine off. And if you still manage to tip your chair over, I don't know what kind of life you are living, but it is one that is on the edge, and go you. But I'm gonna stop here. That's gonna be the end of this video, Starlings. But if you did like it, please comment down below what you would like to see in the next video, what you want the next video to be about. All my social media links are down in the description box below with all my very first ever published book, 2459, and very soon it's going to be the sequel, 0101. I'm very excited to publish that, and I'm excited for you guys to read it, and I'm excited to see what you guys have to say about it. And like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and hit the dislike button if you really did not like the video. Subscribe because I do have more videos coming up. And with all that being said, Starlings, I will see you